Here we have a pre-owned 2014 Porsche Panamera. This one comes in the GTS trim level in GT silver metallic paint. And then we have black partial leather interior. The powertrain of this Panamera GTS consists of a 4.8 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine. And that's mated to a 7-speed PDK transmission. And then this one has a little over 45,000 miles on it. But as we come to the front end here, we do get our high intensity discharge headlamps. Great look for this vehicle. And just a little bit of road rash on the front bumper, but nothing really noticeable. And then down here we have these beautiful 20-inch forged wheels. It's a great look. And a huge shout out to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this car first and foremost. I'll leave a link below to it in the description. But to the door panel here, power door lock controls are here, memory seat functions are here. So to set that, just hit set and then just click the number you want to set it to. And then our blind spot monitor toggle is here. We have power folding side mirrors. And then we have our power mirror controls here, so you can just pick a side and adjust using that dial there. And then we have one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors, rear window lock there. And then we can open and shut our lift gate right here. And we have stores in the door panel. Bose sound system. Then an electronic parking brake. Push to engage, and then hit the brake, pull up to disengage. And then we do have a power tilt and telescope steering wheel, so we can adjust that using that button there. And then here we have a very adjustable power driver's seat. So I think this is thigh support here. And then one of these, I think this one's a seat bolster for the bottom. And then this is the seat bolster for the top. But I'll have to triple check on that. It's a lot of buttons. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room. Have an ashtray there. If I can get in here. So not terrible space. I like the headroom. I still have a couple of inches, even though this is kind of a sport coupe feel. And I like that the vents here, seat back pockets are on both sides, but since this is a 4-passenger model, you've got this center console in the middle here. Legroom is not terrible at all. But 3-stage heated seats. We have the power door lock controls for the back there. And then cigarette lighter, we can close all this up. And then a little hidden compartment if you want to stow something in here. But love how the back seats are also kind of sporty, kind of oriented in that sport mode as well. But we could probably hang a metal hook here or a plastic hanger hook if we had to. Let's go ahead and make our way to the back. Love that spoiler there first and foremost. That's beautiful. Let's look at the back there and check out this exhaust. Just menacing. I can't wait to take this out on the road. But love the back end again. And open the trunk. Hit that button there unless you want to do it from up front. Several different ways to open the cargo space. But we have tie-down hooks here, which is nice. And then I like that we have all this divided, tons of space on the side there to keep stuff that you want in the trunk, but you don't want necessarily rolling around. And then there's a 12-volt back here as well. And then that is our tire inflator kit. And then I believe that's the amp for the Bose sound system. We can close the lift gate there. There's the fuel cap. And then if you ever want to fold the seat down, pull this here, and that'll fold flat and you can run longer objects from the back to the front. Again, you just pull that button there and then it'll slap back into place. It's pretty easy to do. And then over here to our front passenger seat, I had to close the back door. Pretty much same adjustability as the driver's side, which is great. So that thigh support, lumbar support, side bolsters, all of that. And then our cup holders are right in here. And then you can just snap those back into place. And then we do have a lockable glove compartment down here. And the owner's manuals are still in this one. And then I like that we have the netted pocket on the side here, so if you're gonna put some maps or whatever, you have that capability. But I appreciate you all being patient with me. It is extremely hot out today, so if I can't talk or I sound like I'm about to faint, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and pop the hood. And there's that 4.8 liter naturally aspirated V8. Very Porsche sounding in my opinion, so I like that. Even with it being a front mounted engine. But let's hop in the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel here still seems to be in pretty good shape. Very little notice of wear, to me at least. To the radio here, we do have AM, FM, and satellite radio, and then we have an aux input, and then you can set up the jukebox as well. And then if you ever want to use your navigation, you type in your destinations here, and then the map itself, hit that map button, and it'll come up. And I like that you can see stuff in the vicinity, so I can click there, and it'll tell me, hey, that's an H.H. Gregg, or click here, hey, that's a Sprint store. Obviously, these maps need to be updated because they're kind of old, but you can hit the source button and you can pull up everything there, which I like. Hit the sound button, you can adjust the bass, treble, balance fader, and then the surround sound, which is actually pretty nice. I didn't expect it to be as impressive as it was, so I like that. And then this is volume, you can adjust up, down, then click that for mute. You can use your info, whatever source you're in or whatever. You hit that info button, it'll kind of show you details. And then hit this option button, and it'll show you what options you have for whatever you're in. And then the car button here just shows you a few different views there. And then you can use this as a scroll bar, as a tune knob. But we have the adjustable spoiler here. We can toggle that. Defrosters here. Hazards here. AC controls, you can sync and unsync there, and then cut the vents on and off there. And then we do have auto mode for both sides, which is nice, so I can set that right side to auto without having to set my left side. And then we can adjust temperature, fan speed to get out of that. And then again, each side can also pick where it wants the fan direction to go. So if I want it on my feet and the passenger wants it coming through the windshield, they can do that. Then 3-stage heated front seats, sport mode, sport plus mode, adjustable suspension, we can toggle that there, and the adjustable ride height we can adjust there too. And then traction control, exhaust, we can open and shut that, and then we have our auto stop toggle there. Now for the shifter, hit this button, reverse, neutral, drive, and then we come over here to manually shift from the shifter or using the steering wheel paddles there. An ashtray there, cup holder here, the button over here, click that. Then we have a USB-A, aux, and then a 12-volt here. Decent size actually for that center console space. And then we can toggle our parking sensors here, garage door transmitter there, dome lights here. So nice setup, and then we can control the sunroof here. So I'm gonna pull the shade back, and then we do have a tilt and sliding sunroof there. So we can one touch slide that back, and then tilt and shut is one touch as well. But back to the steering wheel, blinkers are here. And then you can toggle the high beams on and then pull it back for off, then we can flash there too. And then cruise controls are right here, so we turn it on and off there, and then we can adjust speed back and forth there, and you can actually set that way, and then you can resume your cruise there and then cut it off that way. And then to the steering wheel itself, volume controls here. We can go through our audio sources here, Bluetooth button there, another Bluetooth button over here, back button, and then we can use this to go through the gauge cluster, the digital gauge cluster over there. So I like the options that you have available to you. And then your windshield wiper controls are right here, so that's one time, and then you have off, intermittent, low, high, and you can adjust your intermittent wiper here. And then this button right in here is for your headlamp washers. And then another cool thing I like is right here, it'll show you as I put it into sport mode or sport plus mode, that'll light up there. So that's pretty cool. And then the same thing with launch control when you use that. And then we can adjust the brightness there just by turning that knob, and then we can reset our trip meter by holding that. But again, no push button start. We just have our key fob in here, and we can just cut the car on and off. But now to the fun part, let's go ahead and take this Panamera GTS out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the GTS here, just in normal mode, the shifts are snappy, the acceleration is quite impressive, and I love the sport exhaust sound. It's just, can't get enough of that. I'm gonna put in the Sport Plus mode just to show you how the difference is compared to the drive modes. It's ready to go. Doesn't want to shift. And I mean, it downshifts for you and everything. It's crazy. So it keeps the revs extremely high, and then when I put it into sport, it's a little less aggressive. But overall, I mean, a sporty vehicle while still looking luxurious, still feeling luxurious. So we're gonna get on the interstate here, and we're gonna give it some throttle. See if we can leave a little bit of space. Nobody's behind us. All right, I'm putting my foot to it. Oh my goodness. Just so exhilarating having that naturally aspirated V8. I mean, this transmission is just insane. And I just love the sound that this exhaust makes. But that was fun. I'm gonna put it back into normal mode now, and then we're gonna try the cruise on for a second. So you don't have a lot of driver assistance features here, but you have your cruise control, you have your blind spot monitors. This is a 2014, and Porsche kind of likes to wait on safety features compared to everyone else for whatever reason. Now I will say the ride quality, pretty good, very good actually. But these wheels do show just a little bit of wear on the ride quality. Just having these bigger 20-inch wheels, the thinner tires, I feel more in my foot than I do with the actual seats, but I can tell just with this setup that it's not the smoothest ride. You get smaller wheels and things of that nature, less heavy wheels, and you'll have a better ride quality. But I can't get enough of this transmission here, just how nice the exhaust sounds pair with this V8. and then just how snappy the shifts are, and you just get that nice growl shifting this transmission, whether you're shifting down or up. And the stopping power is magnificent. Now this car is a little under $50,000, how it sits now, being pre-owned, being an almost 10-year-old car with 45,000 miles. But my gosh, it is a joy to drive. It really is. And still feels, just from an interior quality perspective and then just from the sophisticated exterior looks, still feels like a $50,000 car, which I'm sure it wasn't anywhere near that new, but it's still a Porsche. It still drives like a Porsche, sounds like a Porsche, and it's a Panamera GTS. Just an impressive machine. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2014 Porsche Panamera GTS.